Hey guys, Shanna here, and I am so excited today. Here on Making Everyday Magic, we are doing a special treat. It's a collaboration with Valerie from Our Homeschool Castle.
1, 2.
So before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Once you've finished, please head on over to Valerie at Our Homeschool Castle and watch her video, and then subscribe and give that video a thumbs up. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. So Valerie reached out and she said, hey, let's do a collaboration. And so we thought, what could we do this about? What is a really good information right now, as so many people are embracing the wonderful world of homeschooling here in the absolutely banana times of 2020. We got together, we brainstormed, we ran ideas, and we said, what if we answer those questions, the most common questions about our homeschooling lives that people ask kind of rudely? Like, not nice. They ask those questions that genuinely give you a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth, because it's not the sweet questions or the genuine questions. How can I do this? Where did you get curriculum? What do you like best for math? How do you organize? It's not those genuine questions about homeschooling. It's those questions about homeschooling that almost always come from family and close friends that are a bit negative, a little bit judgy, and really kind of offensive. So we got together, we came up with our top questions. We are both going to be answering these same questions to give you an idea of different ways that you can answer, because whether or not you've gotten them yet, I guarantee you they're coming. So this is going into our 4th year of homeschooling. You would be amazed how many people in our family and friends still don't recognize that we homeschool, despite me very obviously shouting it pretty much from the rooftops. You will, regardless of how long you've done this, get these questions. Before I go any further, guys, I do want to tell you a little bit about Valerie and Our Homeschool Castle. So Valerie has a wealth of knowledge from a place that I can't relate to. She has 5 kiddos, y'all. So she's got large family living going on. She also has a blended family. Okay, so she's got 5 kiddos, 9 and under. She has her own biological children and her slightly non-biological children, step kiddos. She is also the mother to a special needs little girl. So she has so many buckets of knowledge and experience to pull from and to share with you. We share the bond that we are secular homeschoolers, but she is large family, mama of 5, working from home, getting it done, special needs, blended. Go check her out, okay? She's got great information to give to you that is just not something I can provide you. So spread the love, share the word, get on over to Our Homeschool Castle, link below. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into these questions, and I've tried to order them pretty much in the order that you're going to get them. If you stay through to the end, I have a bonus for you, and it is gonna answer all the questions, okay? So, number 1, the question that you will get first. Not even a question, kind of just a statement, but people expect an answer to it. You're gonna homeschool? Yes. And I recommend doing just that. Give 1-word answer, stop it, make it an awkward as possible silence, because it kind of helps a little bit to let other people know that it's not really something that's up for debate. Many people, I think especially women, will feel compelled to give more information than is necessary. You don't have to justify your decisions. You know why you did it. It's not any of their business. So especially if you get asked with the, you're gonna homeschool, Yes. Slightly long, uncomfortable silences make people stop. So that's a great tip, always. And number 2, most popular question you're gonna get, that's kind of rude, is what's wrong with your public school? Guys, we live in an area where our public schools are super great and nothing against them. We purposefully moved here, bought our house here because the schools were great. That doesn't mean that I think it's the best for my kid. I think that this is the best path for my child. And again, an awkward silence doesn't hurt. So, really easy right there. What's wrong with your public school? Our public schools are great. We feel like homeschooling is the best choice for our kid. Boom. Number 3, again, not a question, but an answer is expected. But you're not a teacher. Nope, I'm not. I mean, how else do you answer that? Guys, I've had some comments in some of these videos of people who are teachers who still get told that they have no qualifications to do this. Yaha! Do you remember one-room schoolhouses? The whole world used to be educated at home. Guess what? We made it pretty far, okay? Number 4, and my personal all-time favorite question here. How will your kids socialize? Guys, we, do not send our children to school for the primary reason of socializing them. Every teacher ever has used this statement. You're not here to socialize. There you go, problem solved. As my husband brought out, in this year, in 2020, the children will not be anywhere near each other and have to socialize anyway. Guess what? It's your job as a parent to ensure socialization and proper socialization. And guess what? We do. My kiddo does dance. She has like 1 million friends. We are fine in this department. Fine. You will be too. Granted, you can't stay locked in your house all the time if you're going to socialize your kids, but you couldn't do that at public school these days anyway. So either way, it's a little bit of your job, your role as a parent, to make sure they get out and have proper socialization, which is not delivered by the school. That's like a latent effect, a secondary effect. It is not the primary effect of educating your kid, okay? It's just not. The answer to how will your kids socialize is that they do just fine. We have lots of friends. We go to dance. We enjoy time outdoors. We meet people all the time. We are out in the community frequently. Number 5, what are you gonna do with your younger kids? Guys, do you know what you do with your younger kids? Because I can tell you what I did with mine. Train them. When big sister is sitting down to do her schoolwork for homeschooling, guess what we do? We give the little one schoolwork for homeschooling. This year, she's technically doing her own schoolwork, but before now, she sat down, she colored, she Play-Doh'd, she cut things. Cutting paper is her absolute favorite thing. Stickers, books, engagement, a learning app, whatever it takes. But go ahead and start training them to sit still so your life is a little easier later, y'all. So what are we gonna do with our younger one? Start schooling them. It may not be official, it may not be curriculum-based, but we go ahead and start them young. Number 6, and I love this one. There was a time when I worked outside of the house, and so this question always was wonderful. Don't you work? And I still work. I just work in the house. Guess what this comes down to? Scheduling. I've always, when I did work out of the house, I was a hairstylist and I had a really flexible schedule. I worked around my husband's schedule. So in the evenings and on weekends, and guess what? We were able to homeschool even with both parents working out of the house. Was it easy? No. I work in the house now. Is it easy? No. Does it take some work? Yes, it does. But guess what? Proper planning, trying real hard to be efficient, and you can do it. Number 7. How long do you plan to homeschool? Guys, if you send your kids to kindergarten and nobody ever asks what's happening, no one says, oh, hey, how long are you gonna do that? There's just the expectation that you do it through 12th grade. Guys, we homeschool now. Our favorite answer to this question, well, how long are you gonna homeschool? We are doing what works best for our family right now. We reevaluate often and as needed. That kind of shuts down a lot of the hate speech because you've very much stressed that it is over here. It's about over here. It's not about over there. It's over here. And it has nothing to do with over there. So thank you. We do what is best for our child at this point. Boom. So if that means we go through to college, great. We find out it's not working halfway through 6th grade, we jump that ship and do something else. The great thing about homeschooling is you know how they're doing. You know how they're learning, they're retaining, they're progressing. You know that because you're with them and do all the things. So you have a better handle on this than a parent who sends their kid off to be educated for 8 hours a day. You just have more firsthand experience with what they're doing and how they're doing. Another kind of question that comes with that's not one of my official questions, is, well, are you going to do it with the other kid? Yeah, y'all. I mean, it's one of those things. If I sent my first one to public school, nobody would question what I was doing with my second one if they went right behind. If we sent the first one to private school, no one would question that's what we're doing with the other one. So if we homeschool the first one and it works well, don't you think we would at least start with the other one in the same educational model? I mean, like, that's a reasonable assumption, right? There is no need to ask that. Number 8, and I can actually credit my husband with all of the research on this topic. How will they get into college? Guys, like the same way everyone else gets into college. Homeschooling does not keep you out of college, okay? It is not some entirely made up, not regulated, hippie, locked in a closet your whole life. You can still go. Almost every single homeschool kid I know takes dual credit classes while they're taking their high school classes and come out, graduate their homeschool with a lot of college credits. Like, it is the same as if they went to regular school. Okay, so like the AP exams that are administered in the high schools is actually all set up and done by the College Advisory Board, which has nothing to do with K through 12 public schools. You can still do AP exams, SATs, ACTs. You can actually have the time to go do more SAT and ACT prep courses. Like, just the same way, right? Like, they're gonna fill out the application, they're gonna do all the timelines, they're gonna do all the things. And it's just, like the same. They're not like trolls or lepers. It's just the same way. Exactly the same. Homeschooling is legal in all 50 states, y'all. All of them. And let me assure you, homeschool kids go to college. I've seen it. It's like real. It's not mythical. 9. And this one I've had asked to me by people who are licensed teachers. How do you get your kids to listen? I could never do that. You remember back when we talked about how you keep your little one busy and you have them sit and color? Guess what? You train them, y'all. You teach them that they sit, that they're quiet, that they're patient. You put them in positions as they're growing, as they're forming, to test the listening skills. If you never expect them to listen, they never will. It's just like a puppy, okay? So you have to train them. You have to incentivize them. Guys, I am the first person who bribes my way to success as a parent. There's no shame, okay? So whatever it takes, sit them down with goldfish, snack time, teaching math with Cheerios, get creative. And if that doesn't work, sometimes you just need a break. Take a break. You can get your kids to listen if you firmly and consistently, and this is hard as a mama, especially a tired mama, if you consistently expect them to listen, at some point they'll give up. You just have to not give up before they give up. So those are the 9 questions that Miss Valerie and I are answering together. Please head on down to the description box, or you know what, I'll put a link to her channel right up here. Please go check out her answers to the very same questions. It is quite possible she's nicer than I am. Maybe not. You'll get burnt out from these too. So, sometimes a sarcastic, mean answer is just what people deserve and get. So, if you found any of this entertaining, helpful, or informative, please scroll down. Subscribe to these videos, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the bell for notifications. And for those of you who have stayed to the end, My absolute favorite response to those questions that are very thinly veiled criticisms, my absolute favorite response to anything that just rubs you the wrong way. Guys, this didn't have to be homeschool. This could be in your work life. This could be anywhere. My absolute favorite response is,